Okay, I need to ramble. This ramble is about being attractive, physically, for the most part, because most people, that's where they stop. It's when you get into here is where you see if people are truly attracted to you. Anyway, I'm just talking about it. So, for physically attractive people, I'm speaking for those who you're not really aware of it, meaning your life is not surrounded your life is not about how you look. You could actually not care less. It's just not, how am I supposed to say this? Okay, for me, just for me, the only reason I know I am attractive is because of the response of the world. Now, when I look in the mirror, this is the person I've always seen ever since I could understand my reflection in a mirror. Am I gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm ugly? No, I've never thought that. Now, I've had moments where I thought I was ugly. When you going through your snagger-tooth period, or when you wearing braces and you gotta wear a fucking headgear and shit that make you just feel like, ugh, and your hair ain't acting right, or that shit ain't right, and you like, oh, I'm ugly. At early adolescence. But as you get older and you come into yourself and you shed your baby weight, your baby looks, and you start forming into who you will look like as an adult, I've never looked in the mirror and been like, oh God, I'm an ugly bitch. But I've never looked in the mirror and been like, oh my God, I'm just drop dead gorgeous and beautiful. It's just never, it's not something I really paid attention to. The only reason it has been brought to my attention by the outside world. I don't wear makeup. I don't do anything to enhance or nothing like that. I just come as I am. So I guess this is what they call natural beauty. Me, I actually prefer to call myself a cosmic beauty, an ancient beauty. Because I do have, I feel like I have unique facial structure. Like, some people actually used to tease me and call me like Skeletor and stuff like that, to try to make me feel bad about my high cheekbones and the way my face used to come in. And then it bothered me for that long, because it was just like, I embraced it, because shit, I'm like, by the power of Grey Star, goddammit, fuck you mean, I don't give a fuck. Because I also noticed that people that would be teasing me would be people that probably the world considers unattractive. But my point is that it's 2 points. My first point is, for me, it's not about my inside. What y'all see is how I feel on it. It's not about my outside. What y'all see is how I feel on the inside. Pushes out. Okay. Then the other point, my main point, is that the world is very cruel to a naturally beautiful or attractive woman. I have my flaws. People like, oh, your smile is so perfect. It's not. I definitely have my flaws, my insecurities, my things that, that I really don't have control over, which I am going to do a whole video on that. But what happens is, I don't allow them to dictate how I feel about myself. Nah, I'm not supposed to be perfect here. I'm literally probably like 100 feet tall, stuffed into a 5 feet 2 inch frame with a little 138 pound weight. Literally, I'm stuffed into this shit. I'm like so much bigger than that. So, but my point also is that the world is cruel. From all races. Don't matter. I've come to that conclusion. It doesn't matter. Black women specifically, I will say, tend to give me the hardest time because they identify me as a black woman. I don't. I'm a copper wrap crystal. I don't go with race. I go with how I feel and how you treat me. I don't give a fuck what your race, what race you identify with. But I say specifically black women and then white women. They just go about it in a different way because for the most part, white women, especially when you're aging, they get that shit bad. They get it bad. And so it's more like I guess it's all jealousy, but for white women, it's definitely a clear jealousy. And it's almost a jealousy of like, well, as if black women don't deserve to age gracefully. Yes, the fuck we do. Look at everything we go through. At least let us age gracefully. Like, y'all probably don't understand it. But damn, we done beat y'all down and kept our foots on y'all neck, and y'all still walking around here with gray hair looking gorgeous and beautiful and finding y'allself later in life. Yes, absolutely. Yes. That's probably the thing I get from white women. And then with black women, it's more or less like, it's just that overall competition of black women that exists, which I don't understand. I'm not even gonna get into this shit. All I will say is, if you're a naturally attractive, beautiful woman, physically fit also as well. I don't do too much working out. I do take care of myself. I got some workouts in the bank though. I will say, the seed you plant today will harvest tomorrow. I will say that, because them walks, that time I spent in Arizona doing them 4-mile walks in motherfucking 120-degree heat, sweating. It wasn't just for weight. It was like getting rid of shit. It was purging, literally. So I'm still feeding off that battery. I'm still going off that surplus. And I'm gonna get back into how I really want to get back into it when the weather gets appropriate. Y'all know I don't do that cold shit at all. I fatten up in the winter. I have no problems admitting it and saying it. But yeah, people will be really, and then men too, like, they're weird about it. It's like they find you physically attractive. Most of them do not even want to tap into your mental. They're not even fucking ready. Like, it's not even, very few. I mean, if you find a man that is attracted to you intellectually and mentally, you keep that motherfucker, no matter what he look like for real, because that's the golden ticket. That's the nugget right there. Yeah, all men, it don't even, with a man, to be honest, it don't matter what the fuck you look like. They're looking to come, penetrate, stick their dick in you. It does not matter if you have a vagina. That's the attraction, having a vagina. So if you have a vagina as well as a body that they feel is physically fit or appeasing or fine or whatever the fuck they come up with, that's just extra butter and syrup on the pancake. They will still eat the fucking pancake with no butter and no syrup. They will eat that bitch out the freezer if they can't warm it up. That's the nature of a man. So, if you a pancake coming with the fresh flapjacks and shit, nice and brown on both sides, golden and shit, with the good butter and shit, the good what's that Irish butter and shit they be having, that good shit that's yellow and pretty and shit. Then you coming with the good maple syrup from like a fucking maple tree and shit, maybe with some walnuts, or if they like blueberries, or if they like chocolate chips, or if they like strawberries, the toppings and shit. Oh, that's just the prize. But trust me, they will eat that motherfucker great value out the freezer if they hungry enough, meaning if they're horny enough. It doesn't matter. The other shit just extra when it comes to men. But if you find a man that can hold you down mentally, He probably can hold you down emotionally too. Now, we're not here talking about men. I'm just talking about how they treat attractive women as well, especially depending on how their mother looks too. That's a key, because if their mother is not someone who I guess the world would deem beautiful or attractive naturally, she has to do things to enhance. That man will kind of treat you wrong, like he's punishing you or something. It's so weird. It's so weird. People are just so fucking weird in general. And then they compare, and it's just like, why do you do that to yourself? Just be you. Don't worry about it. And then the girls who like to put on all the makeup and get dolled up, I mean, that's cool. Be you, okay. But don't be upset about a woman that doesn't do all that. It's not like, oh, I don't have to. It's like, I choose not to. It's not me. I mean, I guess if I wanted to play in makeup, I would, but that shit be hot on my face and shit. Then I forget and I get to rubbing shit, and then eyes and shit start getting all smeared. And some people may say, well, everybody not blessed to have nice skin. Well, I work at it. Yes, I'll say genetics play a big part in my whole, obviously. But as I've gotten older and as I'm aging, I'm paying attention to what I'm putting inside a lot more. I was a vegetarian, vegan for 6 years straight on it. Fasting, detoxing, which I need to do that again. But just being aware of my sugars, my salts, no soda, no candy, no processed this, no processed that, drinking water. You know, I enjoyed shit when I was younger, but now it's like, nah, I want to try to keep this shit together, keep it tight. You're going to have to sacrifice some shit. So makeup is not really good for you, because if it's oil-based, it's from an animal, so it's like you're putting animal fat on your skin. But then also, if it's mineral-based, it's probably better, but you're still to some degree clogging your pores. So anyway, I'm not judging. All I'm saying is how the world treats naturally attractive people that be minding their fucking business. They're very mean.